About 3 years ago when I was 17, I had to go to hospital because I had some really severe migraines that were really painful. I was fine, thanks for asking, but while I was there they had to do a big series of tests to find out what the problem was, and they also had to ask me a lot of questions. Most of the questions were things like, do you eat healthily and how often do you exercise, which I had to answer with sort of and does running for the bus count? Very standard, straightforward questions, but then they asked me, have you ever taken drugs such as cannabis, cocaine or heroin? Now in all honesty, I've not even tried a cigarette, let alone anything else. But even so, I felt a little bit uncomfortable when put on the spot because I was a teenager talking to an adult. I sometimes felt as a teenager that no matter what I said, it was held under suspicion whether I was telling the truth or not. The teen age is the time when people make the most of their mistakes because we're still learning and we're still growing up. So when someone older than us asks us a question based on the topics of sex, alcohol, drugs or smoking, they're probably expecting the worst. So when this doctor asked me that question and I answered entirely honestly, no, I've not taken any of those, he then looked at me really suspiciously and quite sternly, to the point where I was a little bit sort of scared. And he said to me, would you like your mum to leave the room so you can answer that question again? I'm quite an open person. I'm quite happy to talk about whatever topic with mostly anyone. But it's always harder to talk to people who are older than us that we see as authoritative figures. People who we feel judge us or look down on us for the silly decisions that we make as a teenager. Namely, our parents. We see our parents as people who couldn't possibly understand what we're going through because it was forever ago that they were teenagers and times have changed since then. But as much as our parents want to be the ones that we turn to when we need a chat about certain things or we're in trouble for whatever reason, they aren't the only ones that care or who want to be there. There's organisations like Childline, Talk to Frank, Brooke who are more than willing to listen, but there's also people like me. One of the biggest things that I've been trying to do with my videos is be the sort of person anyone who watches can relate to or feel like they can talk to. Someone who's completely judgment free and willing to just be a pair of ears. I may not be great at advice, but I'm brilliant at hearing people out, and sometimes that's all it takes. I know a lot of people who have older brothers or sisters who they'd rather talk to about things that they wouldn't talk about with their parents. So if you like, think of me as an honorary big sister. Also talk to each other. Use the comments. Use the comment section to find like-minded people who have gone through the same or similar things that you have. No one's gonna know better how you feel than someone who's already felt it. Click on the gorgeous face of Kick the PJ for some more friendly advice. And Musical Bethan, I'm tagging you.